Hey everybody, John Pynakker with the Mojave Valley Daily News. Welcome into the Huddle. I am joined by Matt Hanrahan from Barron. How you doing?
Hi everybody. Hi John. Promise I want to know you too much.
Oh, this is going to be ugly today.
This is a great day.
His Cardinals are hosting my Packers. Hosting?
Yeah,
Is
hosting.
it in Arizona?
Yeah, it's in Arizona. You know that.
Another strike
Seriously,
against
you
us.
know that.
It's going to be a bloodbath.
I'm surprised you're here. I thought maybe you'd be going down there.
I tried.
Yeah.
Larry wouldn't let me leave.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
No, I wouldn't go down there. I was going to stay home under my bed because I'm very worried about tonight's game. All right, this is the Huddle, sponsored by Anderson Ford in Bullhead City. We appreciate their sponsorship. Remember, we alternate every week between Matt Hanrahan and Matt Curtis from Anderson, so Matt will be here next week. We are going to run through this week's games, and then we got a few at the end that are like, and we'll zip through those.
Rapid fire.
Right, rapid fire.
Rapid fire.
All right, so you ready?
I'm ready. Let's go.
All right. So we are going to save the Cardinals for last, like we always do.
That's a great idea.
Miami Dolphins at the Buffalo Bills. So they just played a few weeks ago. It was the Bills demolished them.
I think they shut them out.
Yeah. And then the Bills had I think Tua got injured in that game or something, and then he started to bounce back, and they played well the last couple of games. They didn't get any wins out of it, but they played well.
Yeah.
Buffalo, on the other hand, a few weeks ago, we're going, okay, it's either them or the Rams or
Tampa Bay.
Or Arizona are the top teams, and then I don't know what happened. They just seem to be slipping over the last couple weeks.
They had a rough week, yeah.
They get healthy this week and pound the Dolphins.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer, right? There's no way you're picking Miami on this one. Are you?
Oh, let's hear what you got to say.
There's not much to say. I'm surprised we're even talking about this game, to be honest with you. I mean, Buffalo's coming off a bye week, right?
Yeah.
And I know Tua's back. I get that. He's playing all right, but it's in Buffalo. Miami's atrocious. I don't see anything. I can't find anything decent about them, even with Tua playing well. Buffalo, to me, is still top 1-2 team in the NFL. So
in the NFL or the AFC?
In the entire NFL. And I think I mentioned that a couple weeks ago, and I would continue to say that even though they had an off week. But that defense is solid, that offense is solid. The bye week, obviously, even if it wasn't a bye week, I think it's a no-brainer. I think it's the highest spread of the week. Or close to it, right?
If it's not, it's close to it,
Yeah,
13.5.
Yeah, so it's definitely, it's a Buffalo win, and I think it's by more than 13.5, maybe 15 to 18. I think it's a blowout. Not like last time they played, but I think they handle it.
I don't know what the weather's going to be up there. I don't know that really much matters. Buffalo is just so much better.
Yeah.
And congratulations, Miami. You're playing better. You're not getting this win.
No, I'm surprised you included that game. Must be someone close to you that likes one of those two teams.
No.
But okay, all right.
No. My barber likes the Dolphins, so I like to
Is
bag
that why he did that to you?
That's why, yes. All right, that's a wrap. Thank you for joining us.
See you later.
All right, next up, Niners at the Chicago Bears. What is going on in San Francisco? It's like a few weeks ago we thought, all right, they're looking good. You know, they stumble a little bit. Trey Lance is coming in, and that's a wrap. And then the last couple of weeks they looked horrible. They still haven't made him the starter, right? It would be nice.
No,
to see.
he's injured still, so I think it's still it's Garoppolo like it was last week.
Yes.
Yeah.
It would have been nice to see him against Justin Fields. It would have been kind of a cool match.
Would have been a nice 3-0 game. Would have been enjoyable for all the Niners and Bears fans out there.
12 picks between the two teams. Can you believe that? Niners are only favored by 3.5. It's at Chicago, so that's really a 6.5 point spread.
Right.
I mean, do you see any light at the end of the tunnel for the Bears fans?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's in the very far, distant,
Could be a train.
Yeah, it's out there. That tunnel is really, really long. But I'll be honest, I'm not a Niners fan right now. I mean, I know, you looked at the game last week, the weather was bad, I get it, and back and forth on quarterbacks, and injuries to the running backs, and I get all that. And I don't think Chicago is much better, but I don't think Niners win this game. I think Chicago pulls some magic out of their hat. I think they save their coach for another week because I think he's on the hot seat.
He is on the hot seat.
And I think that the defense, does their job in Chicago. I think the Niners are one of the worst teams in turnover ratio.
-7.
-7. There you go. So I like Chicago.
You're like a fountain of knowledge.
I am like a fountain of knowledge. It's
You're like an
impressive.
encyclopedia.
You know what I do is I spend at least the last 2-3 days doing nothing but looking up the football games.
Well, and that's
Yeah.
good because it's not like you got a lot of things.
No, I got
going on.
nothing going on. Yeah, so that works.
Is
for
that
me.
why you? Is that why you got rid of the landscaping thing? So
Yes,
you
we
could
got
spend
rid
more
of
time?
landscape maintenance to spend more time on this.
Football?
I'm actually hoping I can take over for you because I've heard a lot of complaints
Yeah.
about your
Yeah,
effort.
we're
and your-
good. The effort's there. I'm just not good.
But I like Chicago. I don't know how you feel about that, but I think Chicago finds a way to pull this thing out and, like I say, save their coach for a week and, I don't know, figure something out. Do it.
You know what? I think I'm going to stick with you and go with
All
Chicago.
right, I like that.
I
I think it's an entertaining game. I do. It might not be high scoring, but I think that it's close the entire time.
I think it's going to be like watching a slow motion train head-on collision train wreck.
That can be fun.
It
Like to
can
think
be.
like, is it going to happen? Is it going to happen the whole time? You
Yeah.
know. So I like the fact that you're sticking with me.
I'm going to stick with you on that
Okay.
one.
All right.
We're gonna diverge paths
Oh,
here
yeah.
before too long.
Oh, yeah.
Steelers at the Browns. Again, who are these people? Browns look great, then not so much. Then they get whooped.
Yeah.
Same thing with the Steelers. I mean, how long are we going to keep going? Well, Ben's banged up and he's hurt, and Najee Harris is doing the best. Then he shouldn't be in there.
Right.
If he's not getting it done, then he shouldn't be in there. Who's playing running back for the Browns these days? Is
So
it one
Chubb's
of us?
back. Chubb's back.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, Chubb's
Okay.
back. And then I think you're second string. I
Okay.
think.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I better stretch.
Yeah, you better start working out right now, as a matter of fact. But yeah, I mean, Chubb is back, and they did well with Felton and Deontay Johnson, I think, or what I forget what his first name is. But he did well last week against Denver.
Yeah. Against Denver.
Was it Denver? Yeah, but Denver's got a solid run defense. Not much else. They have no offense, and I get that.
No offense.
Yeah, I like the Browns in this game. I
Okay.
think it's 3.5 or whatever. So, it's pretty much 0 because it's in Cleveland. But
Would you have ever thought that you would be that these two teams would be looking up at the Ravens and
No.
the Bengals?
the Ravens maybe?
Yeah,
but not the
certainly
Bengals,
not
right?
the
No.
Bengals.
No, but I think that the Browns still have a solid run defense. I think if they can find a way to stop Pittsburgh's run game, I think that helps tremendously. I think they can force Ben into some mistakes. We'll see what happens there, but they're still a solid defense. I think most of the team's back. I think except for Hunt and maybe one of the receivers. I'm not sure, but I think Cleveland finds a way to win this home game, and an important home game. But they both need a victory, like you said. They're staring up
Yeah.
at those two teams.
Yeah, and they're in danger of being left in the dust now. Here,
One of those two teams
especially
will
from
be.
the Bengals.
Yeah, from the Bengals. Yeah, wow,
Which
hard to
is
say.
weird to
Yeah,
say.
we both just shivered when we threw that out there.
We were putting together the Huddle ad for Sunday's paper for next week's games, and one of the games that were in there that we picked was the Browns and the Bengals.
Right.
And in the past, that used to be such a who cares?
Yeah,
game.
who cares game? Yeah.
And now it'll two good teams. It'll be fun to watch.
So where are you at on that last game? We didn't get your call on that one.
Just kind of trying to
You just
duck-
wanted to avoid it.
Just going to duck that.
You're just
till
going to
Monday.
avoid that one.
You know what? I didn't know that Chubb's back. If Chubb's back, then I think it's the Browns. They've got guys that are playing that are banged up. Every team has guys that are playing that are banged up.
Yeah.
But when you're talking Odell Beckham and Mayfield, well,
They got a
Mayfield's
ton.
not going to be.
They got a ton of injuries.
Yeah,
They do.
It's hard to figure out a team because really, if your stud running back is out, that changes the dynamic of the whole team.
Oh, 100%.
Now we're a swing pass or a
Like
quick
last week.
slant. Or
That's
a
what they
tight
did
end
last
game.
week.
Yeah.
Their top two out. So.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens there. But
Yeah.
I'll stick with the Browns.
Okay.
All right, Eagles at the Lions. It's a 3.5 point game. At the beginning of the year, we're like, oh, Eagles. I think Eagles might be the best, or right there, just below Dallas in that division. And now we're like, are the Eagles still in the NFL?
Right.
Because I'm not really sure. They're only favored by 3.5 versus the Lions.
Winless
Again,
Lions.
It's at Detroit. Yeah. And then watching the Lions last week, it's like, all right, their coach, Dan Campbell, all right, I'm going to pull out all this. I'm going to fake punt.
Right.
I'm going to go for it on an onside kick just randomly out of the blue. They almost like they're a caricature of an NFL team now.
When you're 0-7, it's 6, wherever they are now. I guess you have no choice, right? You got to do something. You got to try to spark the fire somehow, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Detroit's they're struggling, but Philadelphia's not. They're not that much better. I mean, they can't find a run game. I know that Miles Sanders might be hurt this week, and Gainwell, who's played all right, is going to be probably filling in, and they are on the road. But I think this is one of those games where I think Detroit pulls this one out. I think that they get their first victory. They've been in some close games. They've lost on some last-minute field goals, makes and misses. I think that this is that one where they can maybe get healthy, knowing that that the run game for Philly might not be there. But I like Detroit in this one.
Okay. You're wrong.
I knew that was coming.
I
knew that was coming.
That will be the Detroit Lions. Here's why. The Detroit Lions cannot stop the pass.
Or the run, or the special teams, or the cheerleaders.
They are really good at fake punts.
Right, yes, they are.
They got several of them, in fact. Different varieties of fake punt.
They've been working on it.
That is their best offense, is the fake punt.
Well, I guess
I would see a lot of fake punts.
I would just kneel down the first 3 downs and then fake punting.
So you
I have zero confidence that Detroit can win this game.
No, I have zero confidence that
Okay.
Detroit will win this game.
So you're picking the favorite
I'm
again.
I'm taking
which,
Philly.
If you guys have watched in the past, you
3.5
know that
points.
it's always the favorite, but that's okay. I get it.
It's 3.5 points. All right, I'll show you up. I got an underdog coming up.
Okay, I'm ready.
It's the next game.
We might agree. Yeah, well, then we agree. No, we don't.
Titans at the Colts.
'Kay.
Titans are 1-point favorite.
Yeah, but I don't even know why they do that. What's 1 point?
When
It's a
you're
pick 'em.
and you're the visiting team,
Yeah,
so it's
yeah.
2 points
Yeah.
really for the Colts.
It's a pick 'em.
The Colts are quietly, in my opinion, flying under the radar.
I agree.
They're people are like, well, it's the Colts, and they got Wentz playing and whatever, but they just keep doing better and better and better and better.
Right.
And the Titans, I mean, they certainly looked good last week. They have a new quarterback now.
Yeah, it seems like it, right?
I don't know why you wouldn't go Wildcat all the time.
The
man.
entire game. I would do it.
You put 9 guys up there to stop me. I'm just going to throw it over here.
What do you need Tannehill for? I
Thank
agree.
you.
They could put an extra offensive lineman on the field without a quarterback. It's a
Or-
heck of an idea, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there are teams out there that could use Tannehill. You don't even need him on your roster.
I totally agree. So you're picking the Colts in this one.
I am taking
Yeah.
the Colts in this one. To me, I think that it's. I'm really surprised at the way they're playing, and I think that a lot of people are overlooking them, and I think Tennessee will overlook them.
Yeah.
Look, I know Tannehill's a good quarterback, and they got weapons and stuff, but really the key to that team is stopping Derrick Henry. You stop Derrick Henry, and sounds easy, right? Just stop Derrick Henry. and
Cardinals
win.
did it, so it can happen. It's
Could
possible.
happen.
It's possible.
Yes.
Yeah. So you're wrong. So that's good. You're definitely wrong. I think that the thing right now with the Colts is exactly what you said. Is man, they're looking better every week. They're looking better. They're looking better. I'm not a believer in Wentz. I know he's playing better. I think he finds a way to lose the game for them. I think that Tennessee's riding a high right now with some solid wins lately. I think Tennessee's the better team in general. I don't think the home game matters when it comes to being in Indianapolis. I've been in Indianapolis and watched the game. It's like going to church. Nobody says anything the entire time. So I don't think they have any home field advantage there. I love Tennessee in this game. I don't think it's even. I think it's 7 to 10 points, easy. I'm just not a believer in the Colts, and I won't be until I see more, not just a couple games. Tennessee's playing really well after the loss to Arizona to start the season. They're playing really well.
So you're taking the favorite?
I'm taking the 1 point favorite. Yes.
favorite.
Just want to make sure the 1 point favorite. Yes, it is. So it is the favorite. I can't lie.
At
It
one
is.
point, it's a toss-up. So
Right.
according to the odds makers, it's a toss-up. But what do they know?
Right. Correct. They know nothing. They just get it right
Zero.
about 75% of the time. Oh, that's why you
Only.
do so well, because you always pick the favorites. I like that idea.
I've made a lot of money picking the
keeping
favorites.
track at home, everybody, of all his picks and just in favorite right down the line.
When I chose the 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, go ahead. I knew it was coming.
No,
That's
we'll
fine.
just leave it.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I let him do this, but he has to win every now and then.
Keep you invited back.
So we got 2 games that were off so far. That's
2.
good. That
That's
makes it
not
exciting.
bad. Yes.
Okay.
All right. Patriots at the Chargers. We've the games that I think that I've seen that the Patriots have played have been something where they were specifically going to try and do this one thing. Belichick is really good at trying to shut down. This is the thing they do best. Let's stop that, and we'll
That's
be
what he
okay.
does. Yeah.
I don't know that the Chargers have that one thing that they really do good. we talked about Justin Herbert, and Austin Eckler.
You're a
and
little nervous about tonight's game? That you're struggling
very
a little
nervous
bit
about
with the
tonight's
words?
game.
That's what I'm feeling.
Look, I was nervous about tonight's game. I had a few shots at lunchtime.
Oh, excellent. Perfect.
Now things are not functioning.
Yeah,
the way
you
they're
seem much
supposed
better.
to.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But I'm not the one making poor decisions.
Yeah, well, I've been doing that my whole life, and it seems that worked
Work
out
okay?
somewhat okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. So I think that the Chargers all around have a good team, and they're certainly much better than the Patriots team.
Yeah.
And I don't see Belichick being able to say, all right, this is what we're going to stop, and that'll stop the Chargers.
Right. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think the Chargers win this game. I know, just take it. Just take it and run with it. It's not going to happen that often.
Light-headed.
I like the Chargers. I think New England's getting better, and I think Mac Jones is going to be a really serviceable NFL quarterback. I think that he'll get better and better. As a rookie, he's playing about as good as you can really play as a rookie, if you ask me.
I agree.
Especially in a system like what New England has there, and playing in New England. But I've liked the Chargers for a while now. I know they have their ups and downs, or like the Raiders. You don't know what you're going to expect, right? But I think that it's a home game for them. I think that, like you said, New England doesn't have enough weapons. I think the Chargers can shut down the run game of the Patriots, and then what do they do, kind of thing. So I agree. I think the Chargers are the team here. But at the same time, of all the games during the week, it's one of those that, man, you just don't really know, because again, it's the Chargers and it's New England.
Yeah,
so
for sure. It could easily go the other way,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you wouldn't be shocked. You'd
Not
just
at
be
all.
Like, "Oh,
Yeah,
that
not at
seems
all."
about right. All right. I don't know why this one's on here.
Me neither.
Washington football team at the Broncos. Broncos have the third best scoring defense in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
And you talked earlier about their defense, how
Yeah.
they got a good defense.
Yeah, they're not bad.
They're going up against Washington, who has maybe the worst defense in the
Surprisingly.
league,
Surprisingly.
with Chase Young over there. But
I-
as long as you stay away from Chase Young, apparently you can get things done.
They win and has one of the better defenses in the league. How does that happen?
I'm not a Teddy Bridgewater fan.
Right.
I think that the anomaly of the Broncos the first few games of the year is gone, and the shine is gone, and even if they were playing poor competition, but I think in the meantime you've established some game film. And
Right.
now people see what the Broncos are trying to do and where Bridgewater has his blind spots, and they're taking advantage of it. They're pushing how the Broncos are favorite, and the Broncos got this good defense, and Washington's defense is horrible. To me, it's a Washington. I think Washington beats them by 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I can definitely see Washington winning this game. I've gone back and forth on this one, even though it's a whatever game. I think Jerry Jeudy comes back this week for Denver. I think that's the rumor. I think Washington plays better defense. I just don't think they know how to win this year. There's something about the chemistry, something about coaching or camaraderie in I don't know, something. And if this is like a 3-0 game, I wouldn't be surprised, because I think both teams are really going to struggle. But I'm going to disagree with you, even though I don't really want to. I'm going to say Denver finds a way somehow. I think Washington plays better, but I think just Denver finds a way to do this.
So let me ask
Ugly.
you this: what you mentioned coaching? What's going on with Ron Rivera? Ron Rivera was this. I know he's had health issues and all
Yeah.
that, but he was this guy in Carolina where they just didn't take anything.
Right.
They were tough, hard-nosed defense, and you just could not move the ball on them. And I know they had some studs there at backer and that, but it seems like Washington's last week against the Packers, every time they showed him, he was just kind of walking around like resigned to the
Disinterested,
fact
yeah.
that this is just going to happen.
Yeah, I've paid a little bit of attention to him over the years, and yes, he was a different type of coach in Carolina, and I thought that defense would be even better, because of him.
Yeah.
A lot of things were said beginning of the year to me when reading stuff that he just seemed honestly disinterested in the NFL. He made several comments about what COVID-related things and how the league was handling things, and got into, I guess, some disagreements with his players about vaccinations or no vaccinations.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that may be part of the culture thing. I don't think it's a Ron Rivera thing as much as it might just be, it's a Ron Rivera thing, but as much as it might just be a combination of the players and the coach. and he hasn't been able to build his own kind of thing there.
Yeah.
But I agree. It's a weird Ron Rivera, right?
Yeah.
So,
He's normally, or in the past anyway, he was a fiery guy and he
Right.
had the cancer thing, and,
Right.
and maybe that kind of refocused him on what's important in life, and it's not football anymore.
maybe. And I do like the way Heineke's playing for them. So I
Yeah.
think he always gives them a chance too. But this is the ugliest game of the week to me. But I don't know. For some reason, I think Denver's got this one.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well,
3.
we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. It's the beauty of this show.
It is.
I'm just going to agree with you every time I come on every pick. That's what I'm going to do from now on.
I don't think you're going to agree
No.
with me on these last few.
Ooh, I like it. I like
On
it.
a couple of them.
Okay,
anyway.
here we go.
All right, Tampa Bay at the Saints.
Hmm.
We were talking before we came on here. Matt and I used to do a radio show with another guy, and it was based on the spread.
Right.
And I would come in and I would say, they're 6-0 against the spread on this, and they're 5-0 when it comes to this, and when they're leading after all this, and then I would go the other way.
You did. You confused me several times.
Tampa Bay is 0-3 against the spread on the road, and they are 4.5-point favorites at the Saints. So that being said, they should not cover that, right?
Not cover that or not win?
Against this 0-3 against the spread,
Right.
so
Okay.
they could not win or not cover.
Right.
Either way, it
So
will
where are
be.
you going with that one?
Um,
You're going to stay away from this one too?
no,
Just okay.
no. I'm going to go against their thing there and pick
Okay.
Tampa Bay.
Okay. All right.
Look, the Saints had a great first game,
Yeah.
and then squat.
Well, it's Jameis Winston, right? So that's they go as
We're
Jameis
used to
Winston
we're
goes.
used to him doing this, not
Yeah, I mean, they found a way to kind of eliminate some of the mistakes that he made by keeping the offense simpler and more checkdowns, and hey, don't have to go for the long pass, and just play it safe and just do the little things like a Joe Flacco would, or Trent Dilfer, players like that in the past. So I think that's helped them, and their defense looks really good. You play a Tampa team, you have to have a quarterback with a winning culture, in my opinion. You have to have somebody who's going to match Brady's, desire and energy and intensity
leadership and, yeah.
and as much as you see Jameis Winston rah 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 rah, I don't see how he wins this is a big game to me. I don't see how he can do that. Now I love the way they're playing on defense, and I love the fact that Tampa's got a great run defense, and if they can shut that down, then I think they're going to force Winston to win the game, and that's not going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So as much as New Orleans, I think, is the oh man, New Orleans got this one. Look how well they played last week, and whatever. To me, it's Tampa too. I just think it's not one of those games that you're going to see a team surprise somebody, even at home.
Yeah, and God, I hate to say it, but with Tom Brady, you can throw whatever you want at him, and he will just go, all right, I'll take this 5 yards over here.
Right,
I'm
right.
not going to, all right, fine, I won't go yard on this. I won't go 40 yards downfield. I'll just take the 3 yards here,
Yeah.
5 yards here. He's just too smart. I mean, he's seen it all. He's just too smart of a guy. So even though New Orleans' defense is good, I don't see them being able to shut down Brady.
I agree.
And they're not these people that put a lot of pressure on the quarterback.
They have recently. Last week didn't really count, but recently they've been a little better at it. And I think Bruce Arians giving Tom Brady that complete freedom is the reason why he's even, I don't say better than he was in New England, but he's doing what he's doing now is, all the options, and he basically is calling everything. So I think he finds a way to beat them this week.
All right. Dallas Cowboys at the Minnesota Vikings.
Great game, right?
No, I don't know why people think that. To me, the Vikings are horrible.
Really?
Yeah,
Horrible.
horrible. What are
Okay.
they, 2 and
I think
5?
they're 3-3. I think.
I don't think
Yeah.
that's correct.
I think it is.
You may be correct.
I am correct.
I don't think it is. Yes, that's correct. They're 3 and 3. They're
okay.
500,
Right.
and they're already 3 games out of first.
Yeah. I mean,
And they're going against the Cowboys, who some believe are going to be in the championship game against one of our teams,
okay. Not Tampa.
not Tampa.
Okay. All right.
Tell me a fault that Dallas has this year. Tell me what you don't like about Dallas, where you think
Yeah.
that they are could even struggle in this game. They've got them as 2.5-point favorites at the Vikings. I just completely, I thought that's got to be a 12.5, right? I don't understand this.
Right.
You're a Kirk Cousins fan.
No.
Okay.
That's okay.
You're
If
Dalvin
I'm,
Cook
you're
fan.
saying if I am a Kirk Cousins
No,
fan. Okay.
I'm saying you are.
I'm a
and I
fan
thought you
of,
were.
yes, good football. So if you do that, I'm a fan of that.
Okay.
Yeah, I
You're a
do
fan
not
of
like,
good football.
do not like the Packers, so just so I understand
You're-
how that correlation works.
You're a fan of good football.
All right, I'm ready.
And not the Green Bay Packers.
Right.
To me, the Vikings are Dalvin Cook, and outside of that, I don't trust Kirk Cousins. I don't think that he's anything special. I certainly don't think he's elite. I don't think he's going to do anything against the Cowboys, and I think the Cowboys win this walking away.
Yeah, I don't know about walking away. I've gone back and forth on this one. Both teams coming off a bye week, which is a little unusual. So I think they both had time to prepare for each other. I think Minnesota's better than what you are saying they are. We've had some losses by field goals, some wins by field goals.
Apparently, field goal kicking in Minnesota is an issue.
It's a big time issue inside for some reason. I don't get that, but I don't think it's a blowout. I don't think it's an easy game for the Cowboys. I'm tempted to say Minnesota on this one because I think that's they're not better than their 3-3 record, and it's in Minnesota and all that stuff. So I go back and forth on this. I think Dallas wins. I'm going to agree with you on that. I'm not 100% confident on it as I am some of the other games, but Dallas is good. They have a really good team. I think if Minnesota can run the ball against Dallas, then that's going to give them their only chance, right?
It's going to take the ball out of Dak's hands a few
Correct,
times.
right. If they can
Yeah.
use the time on the clock, and their run game can be consistent, and they don't force Cousins to win the game for him, although he can sometimes. I think that's their recipe for success. But I think Dallas might be legit this year. And every year we go, I know, and I'm an ex-Dallas fan, but I think that might be legit.
You're recovering.
I'm a
Dallas fan?
recovering Dallas fan.
Good
That is
for you.
correct. Yeah, I like Dallas here too, but I think it's close. I do.
Okay. Well, we both have Dallas,
Yeah.
but I think it's going to be. I think they demolish them.
Okay.
Demolish.
Are you spelling that right?
Yes.
D-A-M-B-S what?
There's a Z in
I have
demolish.
my glasses on. Sorry, I couldn't see anything.
All right, this should be fun. Giants at the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
This is a 10-point. The Chiefs are favored by 10.
Yeah.
And they're
It's
what,
hard to even talk
3
about
and
this
4
game.
now?
isn't
I know
You're
it
just-
is.
You're rolling just thinking Giants, Chiefs, right? On Monday Night Football. It's a tough one. Like, even if both teams, like if Kansas City was playing great, as good as they thought the Giants could have been, why is this a Monday Night Football game?
Yeah, because of the New York market. It's the only thing I can think of.
Then do it at home. Like, do the
Yeah.
Monday night game. Put them at home for the Monday night market. You know what I mean? Kansas City's struggling. There's no doubt about it.
The way they're playing, though, don't you think this could be either way? The way
I
the
think
Chiefs
the way
are
they're
playing,
playing,
right
yeah, I think the way they're playing, but I'm still a believer that they're better than what they're playing right now.
100%.
Yeah. I don't think this. I think this is the biggest blowout of the week.
Yeah.
10 points, I get it. And blowout meaning maybe 20. That's a big spread. I just don't. What do the Giants have? They're injured. If their quarterback's not catching touchdown passes, they have no offense, right?
True.
So
Yeah.
I don't get that. It's in Kansas City. And they're not Kansas City's not as good as they have been. I get it. They're struggling right now, but yeah. Does anybody pick the Giants on this one? Do
I'm
diehard
not.
Giant fans pick the Giants on this one?
No, I think they got to know that Chiefs are going to be ready to unleash, and there's nothing that the Giants have that can stop them.
Right.
Do you think that the Giants and the Lions could feel like an all-star team?
No.
And if they did, who could they beat? All right.
Well, that's the game that's going to be like a 34-10 Giants win because we're just adamant that that's what's going to happen. But we keep saying the Chiefs are going to, they'll get better, but they'll get better. Maybe they won't. Maybe they'll just honestly, maybe they'll go 6-11 this year. Who knows?
That would be crazy.
Yeah.
Is Mahomes back?
I believe so. I think he was fine.
Okay.
A little mini concussion.
All right. Shake it up.
Yeah.
Kansas City's 2-5 against the spread. Yeah, that's not going to happen.
I just don't see it. It'd be fun if it did, though.
It would be.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Here we go.
The 13-time world champion Green Bay Packers at the Arizona Cardinals, who they're doing pretty good this year.
Not bad.
I don't think they've lost a game yet.
They have not.
Both teams are 6-1 against the spread. Cardinals are favored by 3.5, which means the Cardinals are favored by a half a point.
Right. Which makes sense.
But I wonder when that line came down, because now we know Devontae Adams is out. Number 2 is out, which is Alan Lazard and Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
Yep.
Number 3 is out. They're going to have to really, the Packers, the only chance the Packers have is if they have a great day from Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon. Outside of that, and not a good day, not 105 yards, maybe another 30 yards receiving or something. It's going to have to be their show, because I just don't see their defense is decimated with injuries, their offense is decimated with coronavirus apparently.
Right.
And,
the receivers at least, yeah.
And I don't, as much as I love my Green Bay Packers,
Right.
I just don't see how they can compete against the Cardinals. The Cardinals are just playing too good right now.
I'm going to shed a little tear because I see the emotion that you have about your team, and it's heartfelt emotion, which I appreciate.
You already said you don't like the Green Bay
I
Packers.
don't. But
so.
I'm really disappointed that you are that against the idea that Green Bay can win this
Hold
game.
on. These people out here rely on us for accurate prognostications and...
Correct. That's why I keep telling them to get rid of you and bring somebody else in, but they don't want to listen to me. So
People out here are I mean, there's college funds riding on our stuff. So realistically,
that's very true.
I'll be rooting for the Packers, but realistically,
Okay. So I also want to point out you don't have your jersey on, which I'm hearing is some sort of superstitious thing.
I do have a superstitious thing.
So what you're saying is your jersey wins games,
Uh-huh.
that your 3 receivers...
No, my jersey loses games.
Well, yeah, but by not wearing it, it wins you games.
Yes.
Right. So you're dependent on not wearing a jersey to win. You're dependent on 3 receivers to win. You don't have Aaron Rodgers. You don't have a team that has 1 loss. You don't have, a fan base that's probably going to be 35% of the stadium this week. The Green Bay does not win this game. I'm not going to pick against my Cardinals this time, and I have in the past. But no J.J. Watt, not to mention the rest of the season, but specifically in this game. You hit the nail on the head. If Aaron Jones can be productive and find a way to do even better than that, like you said, rush for 150, catch 6-7 balls, and throw Dillon in the mix, I don't know if the Cardinals can stop their run. Without J.J. Watt, whatever you think about him during the year, however he's played, or you think he hasn't been playing great, he's second in the league in running back pressures in the backfield behind Aaron Donald. He clogs that middle of that. Aaron Donald, come on now, you know who that is.
Yes.
And so I think without him, I think that's exactly what the Packers do. I think they run, because even though the Cardinals have a decent run defense, I think a lot of it revolves around J.J. Watt. I think if it was just one game, losing J.J. Watt or losing Devontae Adams in this game, I think J.J. Watt is the bigger loss, 100%. Now, I know they're losing more receivers, and I get that, but who's more important to the success of that team tonight? To me, it's J.J. Watt, because I think Green Bay can run the ball on him. And I know he hasn't done well. I know Aaron Rodgers hasn't done well in State Farm Stadium, and I know there's some history there. Yeah. I like Arizona in this game, but it's Aaron Rodgers. I think it's going to be super close, and I think it comes down to a last possession kind of situation. I hope that doesn't happen as a Cardinals fan, but people are downplaying what Green Bay can do this week without these receivers. They will find a way to be competitive and possibly win this game.
Right, and the Packers last year were without Devontae for 6 games, and
right.
They were 6-0 in those games. Now, Alan Lazard stepped up, or Marquez Valdez-Scantling stepped up, or tight end Tanyan stepped up.
He'll do that again, I would think, right?
Tanyan, I'm sure, will step up tonight.
I hear
he'll be needed.
Chad Ochocinco's coming back.
Good.
For tonight.
We could use him.
Yeah, I hear that. Jerry Rice was contemplating coming in to help Aaron Rodgers.
I saw Antonio Freeman posted earlier today that he was willing to. That he
there you
thinks
go.
That he could.
So if that happens,
they still got Randall
next
Cobb.
Hour.
They still got Randall Cobb.
They still have Randall Cobb. They do. I like Arizona tonight, not just as an Arizona fan, but I think I agree with a lot of the things that you said. But this is not you don't do that to Aaron Rodgers. It's not a simple you can't beat them without your weapons.
Yeah. Well, I hope you're right, and I hope at least it's a good game. I don't expect the Packers to win. I'm going to root for them, but at least I hope that it's a good game.
Well, I'm glad you're going to root for them.
And I will shut off my phone after the 3rd quarter, so that all of you leave me alone.
That ain't going to happen if the Cardinals are winning. I'm going to be texting you all night long.
Shutting off the phone.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Rapid fire.
Rapid fire, go.
Bengals at Jets.
Bengals.
Yeah, 9.5 point favorite.
Don't
Jets.
even think about that one.
What if you did all-star team of Jets, Giants, and Lions.
Then I think we'd have something maybe at the level of like a Pittsburgh maybe, or maybe even a Cleveland, something in that with
Right.
those three teams.
So a little bit better,
Yeah,
but
a little
certainly
bit better.
Not
With the Jets' seventh-string quarterback tonight, that should be fun too.
Yes.
So we'll see what happens there.
horrible.
Yeah.
Rams at Texans. This is the biggest line of the week.
Okay.
Rams are 14.5 points favorite.
Yeah, that's a Ramses. I was at Arizona-Houston game last week. Houston gave them what they could, and then eventually, they just couldn't do any more.
When they were talking to Cliff Kingsbury about it, they said that he just said that he was a little rusty in the first quarter trying to figure out the play calling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay. He missed a week, so he's rusty.
Well,
yeah.
his play
That's a
calling,
phenomenal coach right there.
That's what he said.
Yeah,
he said my play. Then he called this play. They took off.
Did he honestly say he was rusty from calling plays?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like him even more now. But go ahead.
All right, so we're both on the Rams, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Jags at Seattle.
It's a good game.
You think?
I think so.
Yeah, two not very good teams
yeah.
with journeyman quarterbacks.
A lot of people are picking Jacksonville. It's not the spread's pretty much just a home spread.
It is.
Yeah. So Seattle. You're going Jacksonville, aren't you? You're going to roll the dice? Come on, roll the dice. You want to because I'm thinking about it.
I'm going to go Jacksonville
Okay,
just because I don't like Pete Carroll.
Okay. You can pick any reason why you don't want.
Don't bet on that game. I'm
No.
only picking it because I hate the coach.
I hate Seattle in general, but I just feel like they find a way.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
I'm tired of it.
Here's another one. We're going to be different.
Panthers at Falcons.
Yep. You go first on this one. What you got?
I know you're going to go Atlanta.
You think
I'm going to go Carolina.
Okay, perfect.
I know that they still don't have McCaffrey. Is he ever going to be back?
He has finished this IR stint and then go on another one, and then I think he has a vacation, and then I think he comes back on IR at the beginning of next
He's
season.
got some
and
commercials
then,
to film in
Yeah,
there, too.
yeah. So I think 2026 he's supposed to come back.
Good.
Yeah, we'll
Good.
see what happens.
All right,
there.
so I'll keep away from him for
Yeah.
fantasy football for a while. Yeah.
Yep, sit on my bench.
Probably not store him there.
And I agree, Ray. Atlanta, I got Atlanta on this one. You're right.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, that's it. We're out of here. We're going to run over to the sports book and put all my money on Matt's picks.
And we got to get home in time to watch Green
We
Bay
have a
lose.
football game. A football game will be starting here shortly.
I'm so sad, John. Just
tired.
look, he looks
I'm
sad.
tired. I
Look at
feel
him.
beat down after
Well,
half an hour.
I've done
review.
nothing. I've been kind the entire time. I even let you pick some games right. I mean, what else can I do?
You know what?
Yeah.
You are a good guy. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Thank you, John.
All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Remember, Sunday in the paper, we will have the form for the Huddle. We'll have 2 games in there. Fill it out. Bring it down to the newspaper here. We've been giving away prizes every week. And then at the end of the year, we have 3 grand prizes to give away. So, including now you're not doing the landscaping thing anymore. So
Not the
you
maintenance.
Pull
just,
that.
just the construction.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
You're in the newspaper
We're-
business. You can't spread false advertising.
we're going to try and get Matt to do a whole backyard for you.
Yeah. Well, 10 by 10. If you got a 10 by 10 backyard, I'm in.
All right, everyone. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.
Go Cardinals.